sorry, I need to do a disclaimer. This is a very heavy topic, so I didn't mean it to be, but if you're sensitive to this, I think you should click out or whatever, because it is quite heavy. Okay, I am recording. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Sorry I've had a break. Might turn down the light. It's very bright. Better? I don't know. Hopefully. Well, I'm really busy with college at the moment, just because I have assignments all the time and I'm just really busy. I had like a panic attack last weekend because I was so stressed. But a lot of videos that I say that every time I do a video, I have a lot of videos that I want to do. So this one I just think was easy to do because I'm up in Dublin and I had like a bit of spare time to do it. So this one is going to be the meaning behind my tattoos, because I'm such a tattoo person. I have two. So yeah, I'll just jump right into it. Basically, growing up I hated tattoos. I just thought they were so scummy, or like dodgy people have tattoos or whatever. And my mum always said my mum hates tattoos more than anything else in the world, like absolutely despises them. When we were younger she used to always say, if you ever get a tattoo, I'm getting one in the exact same place as you. Hoping that would like scare us, so like from getting them. I was so conservative as a child, like so conservative, which is gas because look at the state of me now. I'm going on a bit of a tangent here, but I remember when my mum was 40, she got her belly button pierced, and I was mortified. I was like, "You're a mom, how dare you get your belly button pierced?" Like, and I was disgusted. And she was like, when you're 15, or no, when you're 16, you can get yours done. And I was like, I'll never get my belly button pierced. That's disgusting. Like, I just thought it was so like trashy or whatever. Then I turned 14 and I'm like, I'm getting my belly button pierced at 14. My mum comes in with me and Ingrid and like pretends that we're 16. Brings us off to get our belly buttons pierced. Which is just funny because I was so against them and everything. And then me and Ingrid go in, and then it was funny because we actually met Nicole and Louise coming in to get theirs done the same day. Oh, it was gas. Anyways, so this kind of contradicts it, but I still don't like them on me. Like, I would never get like a sleeve or anything, or like a lot of tattoos. I just don't think they suit me and I don't want them, but I'm really happy with the ones that I have. My first tattoo is, let me get it now. I don't even know, can you see it? Probably, I'm probably looking at Gomi. It's there, my lovely tattoo that needs to be touched up badly. So yeah, that is my tattoo on my back, which is in Chinese writing, which means, well, the quote closest equivalent to stay positive in Chinese. So I remember when I turned 15 or 16, because I had gone through such a hard time. Oh my god, this is so weird talking about this. I don't think anyone knows this story. I was 16, yeah, I was 16. Very depressed at the time, very low. Oh my god, okay, I don't know why I thought this is going to be lighthearted. I think now it's just kicking in, like, the meaning behind this tattoo. I'm not going to get into details or anything, I just kind of want that can be another story time or whatever. So when I was 16, I was very suicidal, very. I thought about it all the time. I just wanted to be gone, didn't want to live anymore. And it kind of contradicts itself because I was also kind of scared of dying, but I wanted to just end everything. I was so sick of myself or whatever. And I remember I had thought of different ways of doing it. I was in transition year, so I was 16. And I was really upset one night, like really low. And I was just like, okay, I just need to skim over this. I'm not going to get into any details, it's quite obvious, but I tried to end my life that night. When I was doing it, I kind of got really scared because I was about to do it. And I kind of took a step back and it really scared me. I had gone up to my second floor, and we have like a banisters. It's where my room is now, it's on the second floor. And I got I don't want to go into details anyways, had it tied around my neck. Okay, well, sorry, saying this out loud is really hard. I've never said this out loud. I don't even know if I've ever told anyone this. Yeah, so I tried to end my own life, and when I was so close to doing it that it scared me so much. And it made me realise I didn't want to do it. Yeah. Really scared me. Anyways, I don't want to, yeah, that's it. And so yeah, I continued on with my life. And when we were younger, I was in transition year. We used to never be in school, and we'd always be back in my house because I lived close to school, and we'd always go back, me and my friends, and we got into this weird obsession with kidulthood and adulthood. Those independent movies made in 2006 and 2008, and it's like a day in the life of these inner city London 14-year-olds that just from projects or whatever. We watch this movie, I'd say, every day. My friends watching this will be like, yes, we were so obsessed with this. And at the start of the movie of kidulthood, there's a girl that's getting bullied in the school, and yeah, she's getting bullied by everyone in the school. Quick synopsis. At the start of the movie, there's a song by The Streets called Stay Positive. There's a montage of all of the kids in the movie and doing different things. This girl, throughout the montage that's getting bullied, she's writing essentially a suicide note because she can't go on anymore. The song Stay Positive is playing, and at the end of the montage and the end of the song, her parents are shouting her name. They're whatever, Katie, Katie. She's not answering, and then they go upstairs and they found that she's hanged herself. So obviously that was quite relevant to me, and after I had tried to do the same thing, this was one of my favourite songs. Because not favourite songs, it's just one of those songs that means a lot to me. When I decided that I wanted to get a tattoo, I was trying to think of quotes for ages, and I was I want a tattoo that means something to me. I thought of it, I can't even remember how I thought of it, but I was I want Stay Positive on my body. And I wanted it, so obviously it's just below my neck, and the reason why it's below my neck is because, yeah, that's how I tried to do it. it's because it was so personal to me. I didn't want it to be in English. I wanted it to be in a language that no one understood, and that is why I picked Chinese. It was literally like I just didn't want anyone to understand it, and I liked the writing. When I was trying to translate it from English to Chinese, like I knew I wanted it in Chinese, because it looks cool, and I liked Chinese tattoos. Nothing deep behind that, I just didn't want it to be in English. I had originally typed it into Google Translate, and it was like, so I think there was about like 7 or 8 characters, and that was what I was originally going to get directly translated from Google Translate. And then I can't remember who said it, but they were like, that's not going to be the direct translation. I think it might have been the tattoo artist that was working in there. So I was like, okay, shit, I need to go back and do some research on this. I went to get a dictionary in Eason's, and I was looking through the dictionary for the translation, and like there's no direct translation for stay positive in Chinese. So I started going around to all of these Chinese restaurants, and none of them could translate it. They were all like, there's no translation for it. Then I get to this little Chinese restaurant, and this little old man who could not speak English, this like little Chinese man came out, and he had like this little translator, and he had told me that you couldn't translate it directly, but he was getting like one of his workers to like translate what he was saying to me, and he had like his little thing, and he was like trying to translate it to the closest thing possible, and he did it, and it was what's on my back now. And I loved it. It was like so much smaller. I was so confused. I was like, what? It's so much smaller than my original Google Translate. But I was like, yes, that's it. I'm getting that. And I actually trusted him. And everyone was like, oh, it doesn't mean that. I went back. I was using my cousin's ID at the time. It was like one of those old driver's licenses. And my friends are all with me. And like it was so blatantly obvious that I wasn't 18. But like they didn't care. Like I had my ID. That's all they needed. They were getting business out of me, and I got it, and it wasn't sore, and I'm the worst brain threshold. I'm the most dramatic person in the world. I just got it, loved it. Everyone was always like, you're going to regret it, you're only 16, you shouldn't be getting a tattoo. I was like, no, I'm not going to regret this. This means so much to me. I'm 16, it was probably one of the best decisions I ever made, age 16. Didn't tell, I think all my friends knew that I meant to stay positive, but they didn't know the exact meaning behind it. Maybe I'm wrong, let me know, guys. Like no one even, like most people don't even know I have it. Like it's really personal. Like it's literally for me. Like just to like always like the reminder of it. Well, not the reminder, but like just to stay positive if you're ever down. To stay positive. Like and if like as in like you can get through that. Like it's just a reminder that I got through it. And like when anyone asked, I used to say, oh, it's personal. And I feel like such a gobshite for saying that. I was like, oh, it's personal. Like, I kind of cringe, but like I just didn't want anyone to know. I remember people found out, and I got so upset. I was in 5th year, and like I was crying and everything, and I just didn't want anyone to know because like I was young and like it was so personal to me. But now I don't care. Like I'll tell people what it means, and they make a joke and say, "Oh, you sure it doesn't mean chicken balls?" And I'm like, no, it doesn't. And the reason I know that it doesn't is because I remember being in Leaving Cert, and you could see my tattoo, and there was a Chinese girl in my year, and she came up to me and she's like, oh my god, I love your tattoo. And I was like, fuck, it's definitely not what it means, because she was fluent in Chinese. And my friend was like, what does it mean? And I was like, fuck. And she was like, oh, it means like positivity, like stay positive or whatever. And I was like, yes, it does. I love it. I need to get it topped up though. Like, it is 8 years old. I've never got it topped up. But yeah, so that is my first tattoo that I loved, and I always thought I would never get another one. Until we were in Chicago, funnily enough. And one of our friends had actually got this, which is the semicolon. He got it, and I was like, oh, what is that? And he was like, oh, it's for suicide awareness. There's a charity that this girl set up called Project Semicolon, and the idea is that a semicolon is used in a sentence where it was meant to end, but the author decided to continue it. What is it? The sentence is your life and the semicolon is you. So it's the idea of it is like when you were gonna end it, or not you personally, but like when the person was gonna end their life, but then they continue to go on. I just thought that was like an amazing thing, and the idea is like you put it somewhere so that if someone asks you about it, which I get asked all the time, like, what the fuck is that? So the idea is like if someone asks you about it, you tell them. I was like, oh my god, I want that tattoo. This was in 2015. So I got my first tattoo in 2011, and this one was from 2015. And so I was like, yes, I'm getting that, 100% getting that tattoo, yes. And I remember Sive being like to me, are you sure that you want this? And I was like, yeah, 100%. And she's like, okay, like I know it means a lot to you, but she was like, will you just please think about it? And at the time I was like, shut up, like, I obviously want it. But then I was like, okay, no, I am going to think about it. I do want to think about it for a while. So I thought about it, genuinely had thought about it for 3 years before I wanted to get it. And it was when I was at my lowest point in 2018, when I decided to get it. We were all in Australia, and we were working on a solar farm at the time, and we ended up going to a festival. And then when we were at the festival, we were in this city called Townsville, like the Powerpuff Girls. We were all like, fuck it, let's get tattoos and piercings and everything. Like we were literally like people that had just been let out of like an insane asylum. We all went to a tattoo parlour and we got piercings and everything. It was funny. But like I knew, like I was like, I'm getting this, I want this. This means so much to me. I've thought about it for literally years. Okay, it gets dark again, I'm so sorry. So the reason of the position of it, it's on my left wrist on this side. It's facing this way so that like I can show people like that. I originally wanted it like the other way, but the guy actually advised me, because he's like, when you show people it's like that. So I was like, okay. And I got it here because don't think for another time, this is where I used to self-harm, this wrist, and I have it on one of my scars from that. So it's literally there to be on my scar, to always remind myself to not do that, and to just look how far that you've come with it, even though I was in like the darkest place when I got it. Ironically enough, I was self-harming at the time. So yeah, that's the story behind that, and people always come up to me and they're like, why do you have a semicolon, or what the hell is that on your wrist? And I find it awkward for them, because I go like, it's a semicolon, or I'm like, oh, it's for suicide awareness. And then they're like, oh, okay, that's really cool, and they get awkward. So the girl that actually started the movement ended up taking her own life, which I think is really sad, because what she did was absolutely amazing. And I would like to carry on her legacy and spread awareness for it. I just think it's really special, and I love it. Yeah, that's kind of the story of my tattoos. Sorry, it's a bit of a sensitive topic. For some reason, I was like, tattoos, it's not, and then when I realised the story behind my tattoos, yeah, it's a bit dark. But yeah, that's the point of this channel, is to raise awareness for all this kind of stuff. And every time I get demotivated, I end up watching something of someone that's controversial, or someone that's talking out about topics that are taboo or whatever, and it makes me, I'm like, oh my god, I'm so glad I'm doing this. I'm doing my part, and I'm doing everything I want to do right now. I'm not letting what people will say about me hold me back, so that's why I'm doing it. I love my 2 tattoos, I'm very happy with them. I don't think I'll get any more, because there's such meaning behind the 2 of mine, and personally I like to have meaning behind my tattoos. You don't have to, like, obviously it's cool, like if there's just a tattoo that you like or something, like it's art and it's amazing and it expresses you as a person. Like, I hope you like this video. I'll be posting more over Christmas and stuff when I'm free, weird, I don't know. I have more collabs coming, because they're the ones that get the views. Clout. Anyways, hope you like this video and see you in the next one. Bye bye.